Braves here. We are now with West Virginia, year one of the Ross Hodge era. Congratulations, Coach. And we've got Hunter Huff, Jasper Floyd, and Brendan Lorient. Guys, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having us.
Okay, so this is what I would like you guys to react to, both Jasper and Brendan. We're going to show a clip of Hunter here. All right, and we're going to break it down a little bit. Hunter, it's going to be a good clip, I promise. We're not going to do like you're in the film session. We want to show a clip of Hunter here as you watch up on the big screen, and I'm going to talk through it, and then I want to get you guys' reaction, Jasper and Brendan, and then Hunter, you and I are going to go through it. So go ahead and run it. And Hunter, you can see you're at the top, you got the ball, and I think you guys are running Zoom, but I'm not 100% sure. Zoom twirl maybe. So go ahead and run it. So when you make that high post entry pass, as you're going to go down and set the screen, and the reject, is he supposed to twirl here, or is he just rejecting?
It's called a splash. He's just splashing, cutting.
And that's tough, man. That's tough. This is what I really want to talk. Jasper, Brendan, I mean, how about that bucket?
Man, I just thought, I didn't even think you could do those types of things in real life until I seen Honor. So he just runs around his game, looks very video game type. So it's crazy to see every day.
All right, let's go back to it one more time, though. Okay, so here's what I want you to pay attention to. This is really interesting, Hunter, so go ahead and run it. And I want you to freeze it right now. Freeze it. Hunter, when you get it here, when you reject, you actually use a spin, which I think is a really, really interesting and cool way to do it. Not enough guards do it if you're on balance. So go ahead and run it. Your reject with the spin here is bang, boom, and then that extra push-out dribble. Is that instinctual for you?
Yeah. I mean, I get overplayed a lot, especially coming off the screen. So he says it a lot to kind of, you got to go the opposite way of the screen to kind of manipulate it. So I took a step. And then with that momentum already, I'm already kind of turning this way, so I just spin off and use his momentum against him to get an open three.
One of the better breakdowns of the day. Yeah, well done. That's good stuff. Coach Hodge, congratulations on the West Virginia head coaching job. So a couple things I wanted to talk to you about. First is you are known as a defensive mastermind, which is one of the many reasons why I couldn't play for you. I just wasn't good enough on the defensive end, number one. But number two, in the portal, before we get to Jasper and Brendan, I mean, you got some serious offensive firepower. We just talked about Hunter, but a guy who I think could really become a household name, and that's Tracy Eaglestaff. I mean, what's great about him and his game?
Yeah, he's another one that can, really make shots, and the ball comes out of his hand easy. He's an extremely hard worker, as all three of these guys are, as our whole team is, and they make their teammates better. And Trayson is a prolific scorer, and he's learning how to be more efficient. And what's also been great about him and this whole group is, like, he really wants to be better. He allows me to coach him. He allows me to coach him hard and direct, and doesn't take it personal. And that's why I think you'll see his best basketball ahead of him is all these guys.
Certainly, that's got to be a great joy, opportunity to coach a guy who's one of your better scorers, one of your better players that wants to be coached. Jasper, first, next to you, before we open it up to the media for questions, you followed Coach to West Virginia. Give us a little insight into your mindset on why.
Number one is he's a follower of Christ, as I am. He's defensive first mindset. I see myself as a defensive first point guard. And, he taught me a lot of things last year that led me to ultimately become a better and more efficient player. So those were the main reasons that led me to follow him here.
And Brendan, same thing for you.
Like I said, my story is unique. So when I came to North Texas, I needed an opportunity, and Hodge was a great guy. I'm a defensive guy myself, and he really puts a lot of trust in his character, so it was a no-brainer for me when it came time to make that decision again.
Just want to double-check and make sure we have, before we continue, any questions from the media. So kind of going through, this is, from West Virginia fans' standpoint, Coach Hodge, right, it's almost total roster reset. So just conversationally talking about some of these guys, like let's start with Chance Moore, transfer from St. Bonaventure. What did you see watching film of him?
Yeah, Chance has a lot of versatility, and experience. And, when we were putting this roster together, because you knew you were going to have some turnover, we did want to bring guys in that had won and had experienced winning at other places. And Chance had certainly done that at St. Bonaventure, and he's got great positional size. You can play bigger with him and play on the wing. You can downsize with him and play him, at the kind of like that small ball 4, and he's a good rebounder and has a physicality when he drives the ball and can really get in the paint. And that's what jumped out at him more than anything. And we actually saw Chance. We were part of the Tip-Off Classic in Disney World last year, and St. Bonaventure's was in the same tournament as we were, and he played really well in that game, and kind of caught our eye from there.
6'8" transfer from Troy, Jackson Fields.
Yeah, incredible intangibles, a great locker room guy, a great teammate. He's another one that you can small ball him at the 5, and he can stretch the floor, go a little bigger with him at your traditional kind of power forward location, and had NCAA tournament experience. Was on that Troy team that went to the NCAA tournament, and so that was kind of a key element to each of these guys that we brought in, that they had been part of winning.
What is the conversation like with your staff? I mean, I know you're drinking from a fire hose, and it's impossible to explain all of it, but when you are in the portal building a roster in the Big 12, what are those key elements that you're looking for?
Yeah, I guess there's a John Wooden quote originally, be quick but don't hurry. You want to have a certain level of urgency, but you certainly want to do your due diligence. Character matters. People still matter. And I think you win with people. So more than anything, obviously, you got to have enough talent. I worked for Coach Eustace for 5 years, Larry Eustace, that was at Iowa State, won the Big 12 twice. And, he would say you never see a donkey win the Kentucky Derby. So you certainly got to have the players and the horses. But we also wanted to get people that we felt like loved playing basketball and loved other people. And that combination usually allows you to have some success.
Hunter, can you take me inside the some of the practices, and not in a certainly don't give away any secrets, but when you have a guy like yourself and Trayson and Jasper from a guard's perspective, how do all three of you guys play together from a pace standpoint?
I think we can rely on each other in many different ways. I think Jasper brings a leadership role that can't be taught. He's a floor general. He runs the show. We go as he goes. So really, he controls the pace, and we kind of go off him. But I think with me and Trey, I think he says that Coach Hodge says a lot. We have a gravitational pull to us where you kind of have to make a choice if you're going to help off or, and it opens up drives for Belo and Chance to kind of do what they do. So I think we kind of just play off each other, and me and Trey are roommates, so we talk all the time. We're always watching film, so work out together. So we kind of play off each other as well. So it really, like I said, starts with our point guard.
First time the phrase gravitational pull's been used, and I know what you're talking about, and that's good stuff. West Virginia guys, thank you so much for being here this afternoon. Appreciate you. Good luck this season.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.